Hey gang, happy to see you found us here at CJAWS, Canadian Jail War Stories, and for all my returning subscribers, you already know, you guys are the backbone of the channel and I wouldn't be existing without y'all. So, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are y'all waiting for, man? Come on, join the fam, alright? If you like to watch, but you're not subbed, and you haven't shared or liked, what, do you hate me or something, man? Come on, join the family, and help this channel grow. And we'll see you in the next episode, if you subscribe and come back. If not, let's get straight into this.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of CJAWS. We got a wicked interview going on for you guys today, and this is the infamous Cuzzo.
Yo, what's cracking, everybody?
So, where'd you grow up, bro? Where do you live? Because I live in Canada, so the people in Canada are gonna love this, man.
Okay, so I'm from the United States. I live in a state called Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I'm on the west side of PA. So I'm on the west side of the state. Where I grew up is a town called Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. It's a small town, but it's real corrupt and violent. It's a corrupt, violent area to grow up in.
So, it's a small town. So you're close to Philadelphia, which is like the bigger city, right?
No, I'm right outside of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay, it's Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh.
I could get into
so you're
the
on like a
city
small
of
town on the outskirts of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Philly is on the east side of PA.
Okay.
Pittsburgh is on the west side of PA.
Okay, I see.
Those are our two major cities.
Okay. Yeah, see, we're in Toronto here, and so we're in a huge city here, so we're not a stranger to the city life.
Yeah.
Like
so
people
you
think,
understand.
sometimes people think in the States, people think Canada's just all farmland and igloos and all that, right? But
yeah, see, I know different. I know it ain't like that.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have places that are farm and city every country you go to, right?
Dude, everywhere you're at, even where I'm at in Pennsylvania, you could be in a city, drive an hour, and be in the middle of the woods.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that matters anymore. Yeah. Like, it all matters on the group of people you got in the area that you're growing up in.
Yeah, I think it matters.
You got an area where there's a group of wild ass kids growing up together. That area is gonna be wild as fuck.
True, true.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times that wildness gets inherited.
Yep, I know. And they're getting younger and younger when they start too. It's crazy, bro. The 13-year-olds nowadays killing each other like left and right. It's insane.
Yeah, like I caught my homicide when I was 19. You know, that to me, that's young.
So tell us what happened that day, Puzzle.
Well, I was
if you don't want to get into that, that's okay too. We can go somewhere else.
No, it's cool. I do a lot of intervention work.
Okay.
Where I talk to young kids that are headed to prison. And I also talk at rehabs.
Nice.
Because, you know, I also suffered from addiction. So I know where that shit leads you. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people who are dealers, you know, they'll lie and say they don't get high. And,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not hard. It's not hard to put the facade on when you got so much shit to sell. You could only do so much heroin in a day.
Exactly.
Like, that's what I would tell people. Like I'm a junkie. You guys see me with nice clothes and all this nice shit. It's just because I'm selling a lot of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or
You
the
guys,
or the ones in jail, Cuzzo, that all of them in there, they're all the biggest dope boy. They're all the biggest kilo dealer, right?
yeah, bro.
Then they don't even have money for canteen. They can't even get a chocolate bar or flip flops.
Yeah, bro. The best line ever in
Those are the
prison is this is the best line in prison. Some old head will tell you how he's fucking running shit in this big elaborate story.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he's done, yo, you got a soup?
Yeah, or a cigarette or something.
Yeah, you got cigarette, you got buckhorn.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but I ended up in a situation where one of my friends, he was strung out on heroin also. And him and another childhood friend decided they could rob me because I was hustling outside of Wendy's fast food.
That reminds me of something. Fuck, my friend tried to do that to me one time. Fucking set me up too, but
really?
Yeah, it didn't happen the same thing what happened with you, obviously, but yeah, some bad shit happened. We were hitting each other with bats and shit. Fucking, he unlocked my door. I was sleeping, bro. He unlocked my door. Same exact situation, what you said with your friend. I was the guy, my friend, I was trying to take him in. He invited his girl over. They were in my basement. They freaking unlocked my door, dude. I wake up to someone kicking my bedroom door in.
Yeah. See, I was in my car and they parked about 4 spaces down and they crept real slow behind the cars. And then I'm on the driver's side and I'm high as hell. They opened the door and ripped me right out of the car and jumped me. I was able to get my arm around the dude I killed's leg and roll my body and get him on the ground. My gun was tucked in between the driver's side seat and the center console. So I'm trying to get back in my car to get my gun. Soon as I got my hand down there and grabbed the gun and was going to pull out, he was back on me. And now we're half in my car. So the whole time I'm trying to flip over so I could shoot him and get him off me. And I kept telling him, bro, if I flip over, I'm shooting you. And then he started choking me. So now I can't even fucking warn him no more because I can't talk.
Fuck.
Like he's choking me so hard, I can't fucking say nothing else. So that's when I got in my head, like, fuck, I gotta fucking blast him. And I shot him and fucking,
and when you
died later on the scene.
When you were doing it to get him off you and everything, I bet you didn't think that he was gonna die, did you? You just thought you were gonna get him off you.
Yeah, and I always give him credit for this. As he was dying, he was in the ambulance, and the police were asking him, "Who shot you? Who shot you?" And he never told. He never fucking told on me. When he died, his accomplice told on everything.
Oh my God.
Like put all the blame on like the dead homie Jimmy. He wanted to do everything. Like I was just tagging along. His testimony was to get him out of trouble. Because, you know, if you're in a commission of a crime in Pennsylvania and someone dies, you all get charged with murder.
Yeah, I heard you saying that in one of your lives before. That's crazy, bro. What the hell? That's insane.
If you testify for the DA, which that's what my girl and dude did, they testified for the DA because the DA told them E.Costo's getting a life sentence. If you guys help us testify, you won't be in any trouble and you're never going to see him again.
Fuck, man.
Then it gets down to trial. And they come at me with a plea, which was disrespectful to me. You know, they want to hit me with a fucking 20 to 40.
That's disgusting.
As their lowest plea.
That's disgusting.
And I'm like, nah, fuck that. We're going to trial. And in Pennsylvania, 95% of people in Pennsylvania take pleas because we're in what's called a Commonwealth state. And if you take your court case to trial and lose, you get the maximum sentence. So
that death? That's not the penalty, right?
Huh?
Is that the penalty? The death penalty?
We have the death penalty. Me, I was going to get life without parole.
Okay.
If I lost, I was going to get life without parole. So I would be in prison from 19 until I was old and died.
You're only 19
or got murdered.
You were so young when this happened. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, they went pretty hard if they gave you the life with no parole.
So I took it to trial. And a jury ended up finding me guilty of manslaughter.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit better.
And I ended up getting 5 years.
Because that's more or less what it was, right? You didn't plan on it and all that. Like,
yeah.
My grandma
got... The jury's seen that. The jury's seen all that.
Homie, my grandma got murdered when I was a kid, right? When I was like 6 years old. And the killer, everyone knew who did it in the town and everything. And he strangled my grandma in her house. He was renting from her. And I guess he didn't want to pay the rent. I don't know what happened. I was only a kid. But long story short, the killer got found off. He got off, found not guilty, right?
Yeah.
That's fucked. So me as a kid seeing that not guilty, I didn't know what. That's my first time hearing about cops, law, anything. As a kid, it's like, oh, so people can kill people and they get off for killing my grandmother. And then when I became like 12 years old, I'm going to jail for like fighting and stuff. It's like the fucking stupidest thing.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
What a lot of people don't realize is I got more time for the gun than I did killing him.
Yeah, the system's ass backwards, bro. Like
I got more time for having an illegal firearm than I did shooting and murdering him.
And you were saying something about the statute or you're only allowed to do it self-defense, certain self-defense or something, right? And you
don't have self-defense.
Okay, so
you could go for self-defense.
No. You didn't. You said something along those lines, like that they. I forget, but I was going to tell you something similar. Like here in Canada, the law is so stupid because if a person breaks into the person's house, and the person here in Canada kills the person that breaks in, we'll get in trouble for that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it ain't like that.
Like say I killed the guy for breaking in, I'd go to jail for that, for murder, and the guy would not get in trouble.
In a lot of southern states, they have what's called stand your ground.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of it. I like.
Bro, that gives you the right to fucking
protect
somebody right then and there.
And protect your house. Yeah.
Yeah, like anywhere.
Anywhere.
Somebody's threatening your life anywhere. You down them, stand your ground.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But they knew I was selling heroin. They knew that's why the situation happened. They knew I fled the scene. They knew I met up with my lawyer and had him turn me in. I got rid of the gun. Like, they were trying to make an example of me.
And you were a baby face when you went in there, right? You didn't have no tattoos. I follow your channel, so I've done a lot of research on you and stuff.
Yeah,
I got some questions.
I didn't have no tattoos. I was little as hell.
Okay, so that was a good move.
The area I was from and the area, like, you know, I'm riding with in jail is predominantly Black. And, you know, I'm always the first one to get tried because I'm the white boy.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that, it seems. It's like that, man. Every jail's like that. I don't know why.
I never wanted to be a victim. I never wanted to be taken advantage of. I always tell people, like, it wasn't because I was born gangster. I was born savage. I just didn't want to get extorted, robbed, or butt fucked.
Makes sense.
like that's all. That's all I wanted.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was as violent as I was.
So
people think that I'm like into that shit.
Before you went in, were you cripping or did you start cripping in the jail?
Yeah, see, I was only affiliated with the Crips when I was out.
Okay.
I was hustling for myself. It was just I was getting my work from Crips.
You were a gangster and a drug dealer when you were out, and you had a lot of homies that were Crips.
Yeah, I was hitting licks with Crips.
Okay.
So when I came to jail with my homicide, all the Crips came to me and were like, "Yo, you're doing time no matter what. Like, we need to make you a part of our family now." Like,
yeah,
that's just how it is in prison. You're going to prison.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers told me right from the like, you're going to prison no matter what. Like, and
well, okay,
you know,
in
my homies
how long do you have to get to go to prison? Sorry to cut you off.
What made me go with them, because I had multiple gangs trying to recruit me. I had multiple gangs trying to recruit me. The reason why I went with my
I can relate to that.
The reason why I went with my Crip homies is because I did real dirt with them on the street. Okay. And there was a couple times that we were all grabbed up by the gang unit. And even though I wasn't in the gang, me and everybody involved kept their mouth shut. And, you know, it went away. And I felt I could trust my Crip homies. I know that.
Yeah.
And you know,
that's
once I go into something, I go in all the way.
That's a solid feeling. I know. I'm the same way. I did a bid one time for my homies, and it's nothing but a better feeling when you have that kind of thing where you know your homies are gonna rat on you because they're just not that type of person. They can't physically do it. They wouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, prison was rough, man. Going in that young.
Oh,
you know, I didn't have none of these tattoos. I was little. And then I'm gang banging and I'm at the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah, so this okay, so that's why you spent so much time in segregation, right?
Out of the 11 years I did, I spent 4 years and 7 months in segregation.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Solitary confinement.
I freaking thought I did a lot of time in there, and I only did like a year, bro. And I thought that was like the longest time. And
the longest time I ever did in one long stretch was 18 months.
Okay. I think I did like over 6 months, but you know what? After
All
3
the
months,
other times were like 90 days, 6
months, I
months.
started going cuckoo. Like, what did you do in there? Like, when you were by yourself in there, like, what did you do, man?
See, I
Like,
I
I think at
always
one point, I'm not gonna lie, I think at one point, like, I fucking zoned out at one point during the fucking
that
6
can
months.
happen very easy, and I seen it happen to some thorough ass homies of mine. Dudes that there was nothing wrong with them.
Like, I mean, like, I still get flashes. Like, we'll be talking, and I can still get a flash here and there of that fucking cell of in the hole of
That
what
still
it
happens
like,
to
everything.
me. That
Everything
still
what it looked like, everything.
being honest, I still have nightmares where I wake up and I think I'm in the hole.
Did you ever, okay, tell me this. I used to fucking go and get a spray bottle and I would wash the cell from corner to corner, the ceiling, everything. And I had everything, the whitest cell. And people, a lot of guys that were new guys would come
I'd
in.
have motherfuckers repaint my cell every cell I moved in.
A lot of new guys would think I'm crazy, right? But it's like, that's like a convict thing or something. I learned it from these guys when I was first starting to go to jail. I was
that shit
why
whack.
did these guys keep cleaning their cell when I was like 19 and first gone in?
Because germs, bro.
Right.
They have MRSA. They have staph infection, bed bugs, fucking tuberculosis, all kinds of shit that people aren't worried about in the real world. You got to worry about in prison.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't keep up your hygiene, you're done.
That's like the number one thing here is like you'll get a DEFOS to get like you'll get punched out for hygiene up here. Like that's how serious it is.
It's like that. It's like that in this country too.
Yeah.
If you're fucking walking around smelling like fucking Bigfoot just ran fucking 20 miles, like, bro,
scare you off the range or crack you off the range or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're getting in that water, like we're throwing you in that fucking water.
Yeah.
Like there ain't no sharks in there, dude. Get the fuck in it.
Guys used to do that if they found out that the homie was getting out or something like that.
Bro.
Throw him in the shower with a jumper on the day he's getting out.
Bro, I got a really good story, right?
Okay.
My one homie.
Because let me get my drink. Hang on. I'm just gonna grab a pot. I can
Go ahead.
I can hear you though.
My one homie, he was king of the pranks, right? Always pranking people.
Okay.
Well, hold up.
This is gonna be a good story, bro.
This motherfucker, who's king of the pranks, made parole. Which nobody thought he was ever going to make parole, but it's funny. The way our state is, when the population is super overcrowded, they'll parole anybody.
Oh, yeah?
And then when the numbers are good, nobody gets paroled.
Okay.
Like, it has nothing to do with your behavior at all. Okay. Like, I've seen dudes that were straight assholes their whole bid get paroled, and then see dudes that were like super good, like bootlicking, fucking CO pet, and them get denied parole. Like, it's so funny how they do that.
Oh my god, bro.
But fucking bro, he's bragging to everybody. My girl got a hotel. It's 15 minutes from the prison. We're staying there for 3 days. I'm fucking the whole time, going crazy and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I had my homies right before he was getting out. See, the COs we had on the block, they were cool. They used to let us fight in the laundry room. And they used to let us do tattoos as long as we paid them. So I tell them, yo, such and such, their girl is picking them up and they're going straight to a hotel for 3 days. We want to get him. Don't fuck him up. We're like, no, we're not going to fuck him up. I was like, I need you to give me a permanent black Sharpie marker, and that's it. And let me use the laundry room. So the Sarge is like, bet, okay. So we wait until the morning because that's when you leave. So he won't have a chance to go in the shower and wash the shit off.
Right.
So literally, we're all on the block and he has no idea. We're all chilling and shit. And they come over the speaker and they call his name and they say, pack your shit, you're going home. He was a well-liked dude, so everybody's clapping and shit. And we did this just as, you know, fun, but fucking, he's walking out, he's coming to dap us up. We all grab him, throw him in the laundry room, shut the door. We drew dicks all over him.
Oh no. Oh
And put property of like all of our names.
Oh,
like we wrote
God.
all of our names all over his back.
Oh no.
Like his
I
whole
thought you meant
back.
the
Because we knew that would be hard for him to wash.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So we like kept everything centered in his back. And
I guess
fucking
it was noticeable
yep.
on the face with the COs bringing him out.
He had to go out like that and fucking.
Hey, I'm
his
sure he was
girl,
happy,
you know,
more than happy to go home and wash it off.
yeah, dude. But his girl fucking was like, what the fuck?
I bet she was
Like, why you got a bunch
don't
of
understand how
property
it
in
is.
dude's name?
especially if they don't understand how it is, they wouldn't get that joke, right?
Yeah, he got it. He liked it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's what his twist was. Like this one prank I used to always help him with. When there'd be new kids that would come in, we would make fake sign-up sheets for field trips.
Oh my god.
And get them to sign up for them and think there's gonna we're gonna have a field trip and shit.
Oh my god. They actually believe that?
And they would think that there would be a real field trip. There wasn't.
Oh god. That I remember you saying that the other day on your channel. I think you told a story about that in detail.
Yeah, like there's shit about prison. Like everybody always wants to talk about the crazy shit, the negative shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit
happens.
happens.
Me and you would have got along in there.
That shit happens. But you gotta make the best of your living situation.
Yeah.
And when people ask me, like, I don't know how you did 4 years and 7 months of solitary. And I tell them, like, you gotta understand. Okay, think about this. There's monks in the world that voluntarily go in seclusion and meditate for years. Don't speak, don't talk to anybody, all alone for years.
It's basically what you're doing in there. You just have to see the end date.
And I was able to write a poetry book and get it published while I was back there.
Nice.
You know, I kept myself busy.
If you have pencils and paper, that's better. That's okay. Like, they used to torture me sometimes to the point where I'd be in there in my boxers with no mattress, nothing, no paperwork, no pen, no Bible.
There we go. There we go. Thank God we got somebody that fucking knows what I'm talking about.
So
Bro, the shit that they do to torture us is fucking out of pocket.
I literally had to put in a freaking request to the chaplain to get a Bible, dude.
Dude, they will. Okay, how you just said you'll be in a cell, no mattress, your boxers. Bro, they would fucking walk past my cell, right? This one time, I got busted with under an ounce of weed. And
on range,
they wanted me to tell on the other dudes that were bringing the shit in.
Okay.
And I told them to fuck off.
Yeah.
So every single 90 days, they would call me back and be like, are you ready to tell? and I'd be like, fuck you. And they'd give me another 90. 90 would pass. I'd go up in front of them. You ready to tell? Fuck you. Another 90.
You guys have a freaking gang squad, like a certain squad that did that shit? Because we did. And it was
we call them the Goon Squad.
Okay, we called them the Squirrel Squad.
Team.
The Squirrel Squad. Because
we call them the Goon Squad, yeah.
You know why we call them Squirrel?
Why?
Because they're always friggin' digging around looking for holes in nuts all day.
Yeah, dude.
Looking at the asshole in nuts all day.
Bro, the funniest thing is, like, you're already amped up when, like, if you've been through a cell extraction.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you know. Fucking, they don't understand. You're amping yourself up so much. You know, at least 6 COs.
Oh, yeah.
With fucking motorcycle helmets, shark shields. You know they're coming in to fuck you up.
Ninja Turtles.
Dude, straight Ninja Turtle outfits.
Yep.
You gotta amp yourself up.
Oh, yeah.
There ain't no retreat. If you, like, I hate that. When dudes will fucking go.
Well, when I did
last second,
when I did it, it wasn't my idea. When I did it, it was we were all down there, and a few other guys decided to do it, and then we were all gonna do it, and we all did it. But I think a few guys didn't do it, but I did it.
I did it because they were starving me. They realized that I wasn't breaking on them. After the third time they gave me 90 days and I didn't break, that's when they started playing with my food. Yeah, what they would do is
to say that about spilling the freaking juice or whatever on your bread and stuff like that.
They wouldn't give me no food at all. What they would do is they would open my wicket, so on camera it would look like they tried to give me the food, and then they'd slide it right back out like I refused it.
Oh.
So they were trying to make it seem like I was on a hunger strike, and I wasn't. They were just not feeding me.
What the hell?
So
that's fine.
Everybody sees this shit.
Yeah.
So people are saving little portions of food and they're fishing it to me.
Nice.
Now the COs see this. Bro, one of the COs went home and made a fucking 2x4 like box with fiberglass drilled into it as a boot to go over my cell door
so that way
nobody can fish me food.
Wow. I knew you were gonna say that. That's
I'm on my second day, right? And I ain't gonna lie. Fire alarm, babe.
Corruption, man. I don't believe how corrupt they are.
Bro, no bullshit, and I tell everybody this to keep it real, to let you know what prison's really like. I was dipping. Okay, they shut my water off because they wanted to force me to drink out of the toilet because that's where the only water is. So I would piss in the fucking sink. I had only 2 milk cartons. I shit in both of them.
They turned my water off too in there once. They wanted me to shit in there and they didn't want no water in there. They wanted me to try to shit whatever.
Well, I would drink the water out of the toilet and then
I didn't take a shit for 8 days.
Damn. To trick my body into going to sleep, because when you're so hungry, you can't go to sleep. So I would take toilet paper. I had only 1 roll. So I was trying to spare it because I didn't know how long they were going to do this shit for. But I would dip wads of toilet paper in there, put it in my mouth, chew it up, and swallow it. I know there's no nutrition in it, but it would trick my body into feeling full.
When you told that story the other day on your channel, I was freaking crying, bro. I busted a tear when you first told that story. I couldn't fucking believe that, bro. That was like, that touched my head. Like, I never heard of that before. Like, I heard of guys eating juice crystals and shit.
Yeah, I've done that.
You said that shit about dunking the fucking tissue paper in the water, bro. I fucking had tears coming in my eyes on that story, bro. Hang on, my finger earlier, I messed it up. It's bleeding.
Dude, that's crazy. I slammed my fucking, look at my knuckles.
It just keeps bleeding out of nowhere. Like, it'll open up on its own.
I slammed my fucking hand today at work.
And I don't want to get blood everywhere because it just keeps opening up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I got a napkin over here.
Yeah, dude, people don't understand. People don't understand how COs can get when they have power over another human being.
Oh my God, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm bald under here, but I'm secretly growing a haircut, But no one knows because I'm always bald, like always stay bald. But I've been secretly making it look like I'm still bald, but I've been secretly growing hair under here.
Dude, I'm so used to, I always used to rock long hair. And people be like, because sometimes people see me with hair and they're like, holy shit, I didn't know you had hair. I thought you were shaving your shit because you're bald.
Yeah, ever since I was 15, I freaking probably shaved my head. But before that, I had shaved underneath and long hair.
Bro, fighting. I would always rock long hair. But dudes would
grab your hair,
grab a hold of my hair,
your hair and knee in the face.
And you're done. Dude, so I started shaving my head all the time. Like,
black guys got, when they do the hair with the thing.
I've seen so many dudes get I ain't even gonna lie. I chopped a few dreads off myself.
My homeboys and my little cousins, I tell them do your hair with the cornrows. They're black and they're like teenagers, and I tell them, if you're gonna be fighting, make sure you put your hair in because freaking that's the first thing they're gonna grab and make your face down. Because
why do you think they do that at MMA? All the MMA fighters that got long hair.
Well, especially if they're gonna
grow that up.
Yeah, if like 4 or 5 guys are jumping you or something, obviously the first guy, you don't care. You're gonna fight dirty. You're gonna grab him by the head and try to fucking dummy him, right?
Yeah.
And that's a really good move to do that with the knee, like when you bring the head down. I was telling my girl the other day about that. You watch certain jerseys, like certain hoodies and shirts they can pull over your head and dummy you like that, right?
Bro, my fucking dad got me like that when I got out of prison.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, my stepmom, God rest her soul, she died. She left me $30,000 so I could start my life over when I got out of prison.
Nice, nice.
My dad stole that shit, right?
Oh.
So, my dad, is trying to deny it. He don't know that she wrote me a letter telling me.
Oh, okay.
So I had my shit, and I showed him the letter, and we weren't talking forever. So I talked to my grandmother, and I'm like, I'm getting off work, and I'm working right by where Dad lives. I'm gonna go over and apologize, and like try and mend shit.
Yeah.
And I go over there, and I knock on the door, and he ain't answering. But I look in the window, and I could see him sitting in the living room. So I knock on the joint again, and I'm like, Dad, I can see you. Come here. Bro, I had a winter hat on, that folds.
Yeah.
He pulls it over my face and punches the shit out of me. So, like, I'm used to prison because in our prisons, we wear them. Because, in PA, we get harsh winters.
So do we,
so
but
I'm
they don't
used
give
to
us
people doing that. When somebody does that, immediately go to your neck, slide up, go down.
Yeah.
It'll come right off your face and onto the ground.
Nice.
No more problem. That fast. You go up the side of your neck to catch the lining, and then just boom. So when my dad did that, I'm like in prison mode. He pulls it down. I'm like, whoop,
Oh,
boom, boom, boom,
oh,
boom,
no
boom,
way.
boom. Like, yeah. And he ends up dropping back into the house. When he dropped back into the house, my coworker got out and ended up grabbing me. Thank God.
Okay.
My dad called the cops, and the cops are like, he never entered your house, and you literally sucker punched him. Like, we can't do anything. So they end up calling me and telling me, like, don't ever go over there again. Pretty much.
Okay. I never ever fought my dad, but my mom's boyfriends, I beat a few of them up.
Oh yeah.
Nothing
I had
better,
history with that when I was
nothing
young.
better than beating your mom's boyfriend up.
Yeah, dude.
Well, only if he doesn't treat the mom good, you know?
Yeah, that's the best feeling in the world.
If he treats the mom good, then, you know.
Yeah, if he treats your mom good, fucking treat him good.
Yeah.
If he treats her bad, treat him worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that a few times as a teenager. I laid the boots to a few of my mom's boyfriends.
So, what got you into doing this stuff like me?
I
Like,
was
the whole YouTube thing.
honestly watching Death 23 and 1. I was watching him and I loved that channel.
Same here, dude.
And then I thought, because I tried the gaming thing when I first got out, I tried gaming because I was playing a lot of video games to keep myself out of trouble and keep to myself, right?
Yeah.
And so
that's why he's nicknamed Death.
So I was trying to play
channel.
games, right? But there's so many damn gamers out there that it's impossible to get noticed or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Plus, it's like only kid followers. I got like 217 followers, but they're all like kids and stuff, right? They love me and they're like telling me their best favorite channel. So I kept doing it for a while, but then I realized like I'm not making a dime off this. I almost went broke doing it, bro. Like I put getting all the new games all the time. Like, I'm not a freaking millionaire, bro. Like, I'm competing with these guys that are millionaires getting games sent to them for free and stuff from companies. I'm friggin' buying the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize we gotta invest in ourselves.
Yeah.
To do YouTube.
So it wasn't going anywhere. And then one day I was like getting sad about that. And then I was watching Death 23 and 1. I thought to myself, holy shit. People want to listen to that stuff because I'm normally talking to my friends and my wife and my girlfriend and my like family members, and I go on for hours telling them stories sometimes, right? And I've told them all so many times. It's like when I start talking about it, they'll be like, "Oh God, here he goes about his jail stories again,
dude."
Right? So I'm like, "What? These guys want to hear that on the freaking internet?" And I can and that'll go like. So I'm like, "Okay, well, you know what? I can actually go somewhere with that." And it was still a small genre. So I was like, you know what?
It's therapy.
It's therapy. There. I deserve to freaking talk about it.
It's therapy.
Yeah, true.
This is what I tell people. When people tell me, Cuzzo, all you talk about is prison. I'm like, listen, the last 11 years of my life,
it helps.
I was in prison. All of my memories from 19 to 31. Yeah, all my memories from 19 years old to 31 are in prison. Yep. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking about prison. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't straight for me. Like, I didn't do the whole time straight through. I did a bunch of times. I would get out for like a couple weeks, and then I would go back for a couple years, and then I would come back out for like 3-4 months, go back for a couple years. That's how my shit went. And I would only get out for maybe like 3 months tops. And my cousins would all be like, fuck, bro, just come on, stop this time. Don't do your shit this time. You know, you're finally back home and shit. And then, I don't know. I couldn't stay out. And then one day I went to a certain jail that I had never been in before. And I did almost 2 years in there. And that was a fucking glide. I thought other jails were bad. This place was like.
That woke you up, right?
The one I talk about, the Don
jail. It was a gladiator school, right?
Yes, I thought the other ones were bad like that, right? But when I went here, it made the other ones look like pussy fucking, even though they were max, they were level 4s, they were max.
Yeah.
It made them look like pussy even though it's
That's
not.
how it was for me when I did time at Western
I shouldn't
Penitentiary.
say pussy time. It's just not as active.
Yeah, Western Penitentiary was on a whole other level.
And you know what it is?
That
It's what
place
you
was
said
built
about
in the
guards.
1800s.
The guards freaking didn't. It's all about the guards, like you said the other day on your channel. The ones that I was in that weren't like that were all ran by the guards, and if anyone did anything like stab someone or anything really bad, we'd be locked down for like 3 months or 2 months. So no one wanted to do shit all the time. But at the other one, the Don jail, the guards were scared to come on the range. The guards were scared of the inmates, so they wouldn't come around. And fucking that jail is treacherous, bro.
Those are the jails that I like going to.
Me
I'm
too,
not
because
like,
the time was quite quick, and you can smell it.
this is one thing that people get misconstrued. Oh, you're trying to sound like a hard ass saying that. No. When you go to a serious prison where people are getting murdered and it's really going down,
Exactly.
and you actually are an honest, trustworthy person, and you actually are real, and you're a man of your word, you will have no fucking problems if you're not a bitch.
Yeah.
So to me, going to them bad prisons was safer in my eyes.
Yeah.
Because them dudes are going to give respect back if you give it.
Right.
It's only if you fucking want to be selfish, want to backbite, want to fucking, you know, hate on somebody.
Bro,
like,
I liked it there, man. That's the only place that I never went to the hole at. The whole time I was there, I stayed on the same range. Fuck, bro.
yeah, I never, dude, that's one thing I can say. I've never been anywhere I haven't been in the
about me saying how I said I loved it there. I didn't mean I fucking loved it there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was telling them,
Bro,
I said I
guess how
loved
many
it there. At
jails
that
and
jail.
prisons
And they're
I've
like,
been
oh, he
to.
fucking loved it there. He loves it there. He fucking loves it there. I don't mean it like that, dude. I mean compared to all the other fucking places I was. I don't mean better than the street.
Yeah.
And they're telling me like, oh, you love it in there. Well, fuck, why do you love it in there? Like,
yeah, see, it ain't, bro. This is what happens. You go in there. You go in there with fear, right?
And then you get comfortable and it becomes your home.
Yes. You go in there with fear because it's the unknown. And then you slowly adapt, and then it becomes the norm. And then all of a sudden, thoughts of being free
scare you,
are what make you nervous and scared. That's institutionalized. I felt that shit. It took about 4 years.
Yep. I know what you're saying, bro.
Where I would tell people, yo, don't talk about the streets to me.
Yeah.
Because when I hit my 4th year seeing, no, 4.5. That was my first time seeing parole. 4.5 years I had it. They told me, you're going to do your whole time.
The whole 5.
Straight up. We're just like, they didn't ask me anything about my crime.
Nothing about the parole hearing.
Yeah. I went into the parole hearing, sat down, and they're like, you know you're not going home, right? Yes, I figured I wouldn't go home on the first time. No, Mr. Costo, not on the first time. You are probably going to do all of your time.
Extra.
You think you're a tough guy? And I'm like, can I be honest? Oh, please, please be honest. Like, they're like talking down on me. Yeah. But I'm not getting mad. And I'm like, you see who I hurt, right? In every report that I committed violence, it says who I did the violence to. What does their jailhouse record look like? And it would be dudes that, you know, were booty bandits.
Okay.
And fucking, they would be like, that's not an excuse. You go to a CO and get help. I was like, yeah, that sure helped all the victims that are on the file that you guys just looked up. And then they'd be like, get the fuck out, get them the fuck out of here. Like, they would get mad if you would make them seem dumb and like keep it 100 with them. They would be like, get the fuck out of here. And a lot of people wouldn't go to their parole hearings. When they were told, like, you're not getting out, people would just not go.
Yeah,
I went every time. I went every year.
Yeah.
Every year I went. Just to fuck with them.
I have a question for you, Cuzzo. AK, how long do you have to go to be down there, to go to prison, to go to actual prison? Like, I heard in some places in the States it was only 1 year.
So it depends on what county. The area I live in, a lot of people get indicted by the feds. So our 2 county jails, my county and the other county that's closest, they hold prisoners and federal inmates up to 5 years.
Okay.
And it's like that in Philly too.
Okay. So some of the state jails are like mixed with the like what would be the pen then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because
so I did all my time in, I only did 13 months in county jail.
Okay.
And I did time in 2 county jails because I had my homicide case in Beaver County, which is in Aliquippa. And then I had my drug case in Allegheny County, which is the city of Pittsburgh.
Right.
So I was fighting both of those cases at the same time.
Okay.
So I went back and forth. Then once I got finished with everything, and got sentenced to prison time for every charge, I went to Western first.
Okay.
Western, I was there for 2 weeks for classification. Then I went to SCI Camp Hill. SCI Camp Hill, you sit there and wait until they decide what home jail you're going to go to based upon your record.
Yeah.
My county record, my county record is what fucked me, and my charge is what fucked me. I stabbed people in the county. I started 2 riots in the county. I fought 2 different COs in the county. I had a bad record, so it fucked me.
Right.
And the fact that I had a homicide, that fucked me.
Yeah.
So
see, I've never been able to go to these sentence side, whatever you call it, these places that when you go and you get sentenced in Canada here in Toronto, if you get sentenced or whatever, right? If you get sentenced to something more than 2 years, then you'll go to the feds, you go to the pen, right? But if it's if you're just, you can fight your case in like what you guys would call county. We can stay in provincial jail up to 5 years.
Okay.
Fighting a case.
Yeah, you could do that in our counties too.
And a long time ago, when I was doing most of my time, it was called dead time before you would plead guilty or whatever, and you would get 2 for 1. Each day would count as 2. So guys would try to sit for like 3 years and get 6 years knocked off. Before
no, we don't get. See, I didn't get no good time.
No,
because
this is dead time. It's called.
Huh?
It's called dead time. It's because it's like you're still going.
Yeah, in United States they call it good time.
Okay. See here, good time.
Which is the same thing you're talking about.
Here, what we call good time would be like if you get sentenced to say 3 years, you do 2/3, so you would do 2 out of the 3, and your year is the good time. So if you be bad and you go to the hole, they could take away that year, and
They don't have that in my state.
Okay. See, it's so
and every state is different.
It's different, bro. Sorry, man.
Every state is different.
It's just different. It's hard to explain. We'll have to talk about it.
I live in a Commonwealth state, and that is very strict on the law.
Yeah.
You fuck up, you're going to prison for a long time.
Well, a stricter government came and took that away anyways. That's gone now. They took that away when Harper came and he screwed it all up for us. Fuck, we only get 1 for 1 now, so. That's when I stopped going. I don't want to do that shit.
I wanted to ask you, what happened with the civilians getting hurt? In your area, in your country? Like, I heard a bunch of police hurt a bunch of civilians unarmed.
Oh, what, for like the Black Lives Matter stuff?
I don't know what it was. I just
they
heard
killed a black dude. The cops were.
I heard that the cops like went ham on a bunch of civilians.
Well, no, well, cops kill people all the time here, and like they shoot black guys a lot.
Same in our country. Same in our country.
Was it George Floyd with the knee on the neck thing that couldn't breathe and all that?
Yep. Okay. I can't breathe.
Okay, well, similar stuff was happening around the same time here.
Okay.
Right? So they were all going nuts over George Floyd and what happened here.
Okay.
Because cops were doing similar shit. So they were bringing up all these other cases that happened to this one. That one killed this young kid and that young black kid from the, every time it's a black kid from the projects, not even 20, and they killing these kids, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, it's so obvious. It's just that people, it's scary to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, every single dynasty, right? If you look at history, look at the Roman, like, I'm Italian. Look at the Roman Empire.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
The Roman Empire was one of the most successful eras ever. Everybody was living good. Everybody had money. The Roman era, the Roman Empire fell.
Yeah.
Every empire falls. And right now, the way the world is,
yeah,
nobody is getting along.
Nope.
And everybody's power tripping. Everybody's fucking having a piss contest. When, dude, if we all became as one, the whole world, we're just one. Do you understand how much shit we could accomplish good?
Yeah.
Why do we have to go to war? Why do we have to kill each other? Why do we have to hate somebody because they live in a different country? That is
Why
the
do we have to make
same
viruses?
as fucking gangbanging.
Why do they have to make viruses?
Why?
Well, I think
Population
it's their
control.
secret little war tactics.
Population control.
I think
they
it's the little
use
war
tactics. Let's see if they listen to this. Let's tell everyone in the world to do this and see if they do this. That's what they do in prison. I know all this because I'm seeing it replayed.
Right.
See, prison is its own world.
Yes.
Civilians don't have access into that world.
No.
That world is its own entity.
Yes.
What people don't understand is the world in itself is its own entity. And because I'm so institutionalized and I grew up in prison, I see what the fuck these COs are fucking doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
The people that are in the high up government all over the world, the UN, The motherfuckers sitting at top.
I used to have this weird ass theory when I was
You're not worried about nothing.
When I was younger, right? I had a weird theory about jail, about how, okay, here in Canada we all wear orange jumpers, right? So
yeah,
I was thinking that, like, when you go
wear orange jumpers when you're in segregation.
Listen,
yeah.
No, all of us. Okay, well, all of us do. So I was thinking, like, when I was a kid and I was all messed up, I thought to myself, man, wouldn't it be weird if, like, they looked from up in space, if they look down on the earth and you see all the prisons and it's all orange jumpers, it would look like fire. And then up above the prisons is like the earth where everyone's free. That's like earth, and then the hell is like the prisons with the red jumper, the orange jumpers. Like, it was a fucked up theory, but just something to think about, you know?
Yeah.
I was only a kid, but it was a weird theory. I was in juvie.
Dude, prisoners are modern day slavery.
It is.
There are certain people that deserve to be in prison.
Like an animal in a cage, bro. Honestly, that's like, honestly.
There's people who deserve to be in prison.
Like a dog.
I'll be the first to say it, and people will be like, "Whoa, that's crazy. That's coming from a gang member." Yeah, like, because most people say, I wouldn't wish jail upon nobody. No. Pedophiles, people who abuse, kill women and children,
right, bro.
People who do crimes not for monetary gain, but for sick and twisted and wicked gain, they deserve prison. A person who's trying to just provide for their family doesn't deserve to rot away in a fucking cell. And what happens when you go to prison and you're like that? You're doing the same thing in prison. Only in prison you realize they don't give a fuck.
Right, and if you don't get clean, they fucking don't give a shit. They'll keep giving it to you, and you can't run away and go anywhere. They're gonna kill you. Fucking don't pay it back.
Yes, and drugs, that's what I try to tell.
And the drugs are gonna tell the person, "Oh, don't worry, I'll fucking just do the drugs anyways. I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out."
Right. They'll be like, "Oh, I'll figure it out later. Just do the drugs now, and fucking we'll figure it out later, buddy. We'll talk. We'll figure something out."
That's the worst part about drug dealing in prison.
That's why you got to get clean, man.
I hated that because there were some dudes that I would feel so bad for.
Get fucking clean while you're in here, man. That's what I used to tell them. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're in here and you're still doing the fucking shit? Are you fucked?
See, I'm not gonna lie. I keep it 100. The first 5 years that I was locked up, I was still using.
Oh, yeah.
I was still doing heroin.
Really?
I didn't stop until I got saved.
Really?
I went to solitary confinement, and they always.
I was on medication that kept me off of it, so I can't really say anything. But
they always give you a Bible when you first go in there until you wait for your property to get your real books. Now, I had a pastor from out New Jersey, another state in the United States, and he was always praying for me. He didn't know me, but for some reason he was always praying for me and always there for me. And I'd be like, man, stop fucking writing me. Like, I got too much shit going on in here. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. I'd be a dick. And, you know, prison made me hardened because I was young when I entered. So I'm getting taught by lifers and high-ranking gang members, and they're making me hard. You know what I mean? They're harder than my heart. They're fucking making me not me. And it became to the point where I would have to do things to people that I did not want to do. And it would be people that I fuck with. and would tell, dude, you're getting yourself in a hole. I can't help you.
And that's sad.
Please stop now. Please, I'll help you. But if you get any more debt, I'm not gonna be able to, bro.
That's sad.
And I would tell them this, and they would still do it.
I had homeboys like that.
And when you're close to someone, you're always gonna be the man to do the hit.
Sorry,
whoever's closest to the op, they're gonna be the ones tasked with doing the hit.
Okay, yeah.
And the fact that they all know that I'm close with dude, Cuzzo, you gotta handle it. And you know, that weighs on you, bro. Especially at night when you're in your cell by yourself and you're thinking about that shit. You're thinking about your man in medical suffering.
One of my right hand man, my best friend, my cousin growing up, like we would always be together when I get out on the street. But when I went back in the last time and came out, it was weird because I came out this time and I would always go to his house after, right? Every time I come out after a couple of years, I'd always go straight to my cousin Jay's house, right?
Yeah.
Last time I got out.
Wow.
It wasn't the same anymore. You know
dude, like, ain't that feeling fucking hard as fuck? Bro, when I got out of prison, there were people that I needed to fucking hug one more time. And I couldn't.
I know that feeling, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't. And that's a hard fucking thing to deal with, bro. Straight up. I feel your pain, bro.
Yeah. I still talk about it to this day. About him.
My stepmom.
I talk about him all the time.
Passed, I was in prison. She tried to visit me one more time and she couldn't make it. She was too weak. And literally we had to have that conversation where I'm not going to be able to see you ever again. You know, I ended up going to the hole later that day. I feel bad still to this day because the dude really didn't mean to bump into me. It was an accident, but I was fucking so pissed that I fucking just started teeing off on him. If you're free and you're watching this, I know you know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this, I'm fucking so sorry for doing that to you. You didn't deserve that shit. I'm fucking sorry, man. I was going through a bad fucking time. I always run into people that fucking I did time with on when I do interviews or I do episodes. But yeah, if you're watching this, dude, I'm sorry.
Do you ever think about writing a book or doing a movie about your life, Cuzzo?
Yeah, so if I ever do that, I'm gonna do it with Death. Lockdown 23-1.
Nice.
We're trying to get a permit to get into Western Penitentiary, which is one of the worst penitentiaries in our state, and I was there for 3 years. And my cell is actually on the internet. If you look at my intro, that's my cell. I did all that in solitary.
Okay.
Like, that's how wild I was. Like, I'd come into a blank cell and make it look like that. And they'd be mad as fuck. And I'd be like, fuck you. Let's fight about it.
Like, in the hole you do that.
Yeah. Every hole I went to, I would fucking make it into a different crazy scene.
Because your place on the range, you try to make it nice, right?
On the range where I'm in population, I have
Yeah.
everything clean. I have everything.
Doesn't
You
that
know,
feel so weird? Okay, like it used to feel like I was getting out of prison when I would get out of the hole and go back to the range.
you just fucking said it.
Fuck.
That's being institutionalized,
Yeah.
bro. And your homies don't help because your homies welcome you like you just
Yeah.
got home.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yo,
Yeah.
we got this for you. We got this for you. We're cooking this tonight.
Yeah.
Let's get fucked up.
Get the
We're
TV
going to the
style.
yard. We're getting wrecked in the yard.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? People celebrate like you've been gone 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, and in prison,
gonna
when
get a
you're doing
TV cell.
years,
Here a TV cell is a big thing, and I get the remote, and you can use the remote, the batteries to get a light and shit, right? So there's 4 TVs in the down the street, like down. It's a big long corridor hallway type of jail with
oh,
the bars.
you guys can't have TVs in your cell?
Oh hell no, 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 no.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, see.
We could get 20-inch flat screens in our
That'd be
cells.
fucking sick.
Or 19, it's either 19 or 20-inch, I forget.
Nah, so those 4 TVs are freaking highly sought after. Because there's only like the 4 TV cells right in front of the TV, and then it's like directly in front that you can have your remote on your bed and actually push the button and see the TV.
Yeah.
But you're looking out your bars,
bro,
you're looking out of your
in
door.
PA,
but still.
in PA, you could pay for cable.
Damn, that's fucking awesome.
You could pay for cable. You could get a flat screen TV.
Listen to me. Oh, that's awesome. Fuck, I would never want to leave there, eh? Fucking idiot I am.
But on some real shit, I was bougie in prison. Because if you had a lot of shit in your cell that was valuable and you kept it on display, it was a sign of, okay, this dude got respect, this dude got power, because he got a cell full of commissary, cell full of drugs, all this fucking, and nobody's coming in that cell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
or a couple guys, maybe a couple guys did go in this cell and they came out bleeding.
You know what I'm saying? That, for real, that only happened one time.
Oh, I was talking about me.
In my 11 years, only one time somebody tried to run in and rob me.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you had a big gang though.
Yeah, and see, I was
you said
I was the brains. I was the brains of the shit. I could figure out ways that we could get the shit in without having to pay other people. And that produces more money for us, which gives us more control. Whoever has more money in the prison, you have the most control.
Yeah. Hey, you know STG, right? I'm not in a gang.
Yeah, security threat group.
Yeah, I'm not in a gang.
I'm STG.
Right. Okay. I'm not in a gang, but they would still mark me down as that. Because
that's because your conduct and the way you are, like I'm not, you know.
It's because I'm not a gang.
I know you're not cocky. I know you're not a cocky person, but I gotta toot your own horn for you. When you ain't in a gang and you're STG, that means they know that you are with the bullshit, that you will move out and you can still have the same power as somebody that's a gang member. And they will label you STG. Yeah. And they'll monitor you as STG.
Yeah. And I get shackled and everywhere I go, man. Shackles and everything.
Now, the way for them not to be able to send you to the gang unit is if you're a D stability. And they have A, B, C, and D.
I don't think I've ever gotten to the gang unit.
Those are your mental health codes.
Oh, okay.
I'm a D-stability. When I was doing that 18 months, I ended up getting out of the hole because the laws changed. And they made it illegal for anyone like me to ever have to do more than 30 days.
In the hole?
Yeah. So for shit that I used to do and get 6 months for, I was getting 30 days for it.
Nice.
So, you know, I was angry. I was angry that I was in there. A lot of shit I let slide. And because I was young and dumb, I took it out on people knowing, I could fuck this dude up, do 30 days, come out, fucking eat like a glutton for fucking a week, get all fucked up, fuck up the next dude, do 30 days, come back. Like my mom was so mad at me, man.
Oh, yeah.
My mom was so mad at me that I was doing that, but like that shit eats at you.
You can't use
When you're in prison, it's like high school without the females.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's like gang high school without the females.
Yeah. Every day, motherfuckers are talking shit, backbiting,
Or gang school.
hating.
Not even high school. Gang politics school. It's like fucking politics.
Yeah.
It's like the government politics, but gangs.
Yep.
So the gang
And
politics.
what people never realize.
And you know, when you're not in a gang and you know all the gang politics, bro, you know there's fucking, like, I hung out with all the gangs, bro. I didn't have anyone else to hang with.
Dude, I had a whole bunch of homies that were neutrons.
I'm not gonna hang out with
that I was tight with.
I'm not gonna hang out with the guys that are gonna get bounced off the range in 2 days.
Yes.
Right?
That makes you look bad.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hang out with the fucking gang members. These are the guys that are staying here, so I'm staying here. So I gotta hang out with these people.
And I would, dude, I'd keep it 100. Once I got my rank, once I got my G status, and I would have rank on the jail, the prison, whatever. I would
gamble with all of them.
I wouldn't recruit like that. I changed the recruiting process because there were a lot of dudes that I felt should not have been gangbanging.
Yeah.
And I would tell people straight up, you can be affiliated with us, be cool with us, but you ain't built for this shit. I don't want dudes that I gotta worry about, and I don't want to hurt you because you're a good dude, and I'm telling you right now, you ain't built for this shit. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I care about you, and you're not built for this. Like, that's how I was. Now, there are dudes who I would see are built for this. You know, they remind me of me. They ain't scared of shit. They fucking will go at the drop of a hat. Like, them dudes, you can't talk them out of being like that. That's just in them.
Yeah.
But what you can do is educate them to the point where they don't got to go through all the hard bullshit.
Right.
To understand you can be intelligent and you don't got to be so violent and always in this shit and getting in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And every man, when you have a son or a daughter, or you have somebody close to you in your family that you care about, man, that changes something in you.
Yeah.
Especially when you're gone for a while. I don't care if you're gone for a fucking month. When you're away from the ones that you love, you really understand and cherish
the
way you feel about them.
Yeah.
And the real ones, don't ever forget that.
And just the littlest things like sitting there walking in the park with them, or going and getting an ice cream cone, or going and getting a burger with them. Littlest things that people take for granted is like you dream about that shit.
Yeah, like,
You
dude.
think, fuck, when I get out, I want to fucking do this, and I want to. You think about what you want to do, like, oh, I want to get a business, but you also think about little things like that you miss, like,
Yes.
God, I want to get this
Yes.
fucking ice cream or whatever you want.
Yes.
That they don't sell at the jail.
Yeah. Dude, it's always like that. Like, bro, I'm ashamed of myself, but for a $15 meal at Taco Bell, I would pay $50 for. I would give a CO $50
I believe you.
for
Fuck,
like
that's one of my
13, being real honest, $13 to $15.
Yeah, because you can get
Like,
that's my favorite thing. It's 5 soft and 5 hard for $10 or something like that. Right?
you know what I was getting.
I love
You gotta have the mixture, the hard and soft.
Yeah,
dude. But I don't care what anybody says. It is worth it. When you are eating that shit and you're in the cell, you just, oh my God.
You seen on my Instagram my homemade tacos, eh?
Oh my God, dude. I love tacos.
Yeah,
Jen's gonna make them.
I make them homemade, bro.
Yeah, Jen's gonna make them.
Nice.
We're gonna watch it over again, but like, you know, pause when we need to, but we're gonna make them joints.
Nice.
I want them bad. Dude, I love food. Like, that's 11 years in only one commissary. And even fast food was getting old because, okay, I'd get McDonald's, I'd get Taco Bell, I'd get KFC. Only so many times out of 11 years, you know, everything gets old.
Yeah.
There's to the point where you're just like, dude, everything is just fucking old. It's Groundhog Day.
Oh, Groundhog Day. The place I was at, some of the jails I was at, they would have the same meal Monday for breakfast, Tuesday and dinner, and then every Tuesday pancakes in the morning, and every day the same meal.
Bro.
And on the next Tuesday it would be pancakes again. And it repeats.
I was involved in a riot at Frackville. Well, actually, I'm lying. It didn't turn out to be a riot because somebody snitched and said we were gonna all refuse to go to work, refuse to go to any passes, and we were all gonna stay in our cell and refuse to go to the chow hall.
Okay.
Now, me and a bunch of other leaders of different gangs, we all put all of our store profits together.
Okay.
To make sure everyone on our block had enough food.
Nice.
Because we knew without us, the jail would shut down.
Yeah.
Someone fucking fucked it all up. We were locked up for 2 weeks and then everyone gave up.
Look, I know, fuck, it sucks, man. When you do it
All it
that
takes
far,
is one person,
that
man.
far into it, and then, but you can't do it forever. But that's a pretty long time to do that for.
Yeah, I'm still adjusting, but I can notice the progress for real.
Oh yeah.
When I first got out, dude, I wasn't letting, like, if you watch this Chatting with Stacks episode or DOC TV 813, when I'm being interviewed with 2 different dudes that I was locked up with, they explain it the best, bro. I was just young and didn't understand how to navigate the way I should. Like, if I could go back in time, I would do my bid completely different.
Well, you started poetry in there. We like your poetry, Cuzzo. And how come you were getting upset when you did the battle? I didn't catch on to that. I honestly don't get that.
Okay, so the battle, right? I have the highest amount of views for an interview on their channel.
Oh, okay.
And they were always asking for me to come on. Now, they came up with a scam. All these dudes are from New York. They came up with a scam that dude's brother-in-law could battle against me. He'll win, and then they all get to keep all the money. But what they were telling me is, Cuzzo, we know you're hurting for money. We believe in you. You could win. You need to do this. Because I kept saying no.
And so
I'm not a rapper.
Put money in?
Huh?
Everyone that did the battle put like a couple bucks in?
There was money in from donations just to see this
battle.
battle.
Okay, from the fans. Okay, I get it.
So, dude, it's his turn to rap, right? And you can't hear him or nothing. So he's freaking out. All of a sudden, the host of the show gets up, walks out of view, and then the dude that I'm battling comes right in and sits in his chair.
What?
So everybody noted, and they muted all the comments, right? Now, just because they muted them doesn't mean they weren't coming in. They didn't expect that.
Yeah, because I was commenting. I was saying, okay, I couldn't figure out what happened because I was watching when that guy, he used to be a guard, the sailor, the stone sailor.
They straight muted him and he left.
I was watching the stone sailor in the middle of a topic. He was in the middle of a speech saying how Cuzzo did really good, and then all of a sudden it froze him on my screen. And I was like, what the hell happened? Why? How come I can't hear this stone sailor guy? It was the first time I heard of that stone sailor.
They muted him and they kicked him off because when I kept telling them, yo, all I do is write poetry, I don't rap. They're like, no, it's cool. They were thinking he'll embarrass himself and our dude will win and we'll get the money. Well, 455 commenters voted for me.
Oh, yeah.
And only 5 voted for that dude.
I voted for you. You won. I thought you won. And then I heard yours. I didn't hear Buddy's. And then I didn't even know who you went against because there was a few people there. And I heard,
on the live,
I heard yours.
I showed that shit on the live just to show the fact that he was downstairs.
Okay, so how did they know he was gonna win? Like, did they? So he came there
to
get the money. So he was already there to get the money before he knew he was gonna win.
He was
already at the house to get the money.
He was with the people who run the show.
Right. So he's already there.
He was with them.
The money, right?
Yeah. but because they were all on their Wi-Fi and he was downstairs, he wasn't getting good signal.
Oh.
So he literally came upstairs and they tried to do it quick. He tried to move out and then he tried to get in. But you can clearly see it. And then how is it all of a sudden you're on the same back screen, green screen as dude?
Yeah. The iTalk screen, right?
Like you're setting me up from the rip.
So all those other people were in it just for.
And yeah, like I told him I'll never do an interview on your show again. I was like, I have no ill will towards y'all.
Well, that's weird. I'm glad I didn't go on there and battle because they were trying to get me to go on there and battle. I told them I don't freestyle battle because in Toronto,
yeah, they're all, dude, New York dudes, they're all about a hustle, always about a con.
In Toronto, when they do freestyle battles, it always ends up in violence. Someone always ends up getting killed, stabbed, or something. Like, it's not a friendly thing here in Toronto, battling. Like, it's not a. I told them I don't battle, bro. I said I only like.
And I was told it was supposed to be a cipher.
Yeah,
and
like
what's
I only
crazy is they even titled it. They even titled the episode Cipher. But if you watch it, it's clearly a battle.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be a cipher, and whoever the fans voted for was gonna win the money.
Yeah, and you heard what my cipher was. The first one I came with, that was my cipher.
Yeah.
I was told all we had to do.
You weren't even talking about Buddy. You didn't even know. You didn't even know who Buddy was.
I didn't disrespect not one person.
Well, because you didn't even know who you were rapping against.
Yeah, but as soon as he started rapping, he's like, "We got the Zoolander, Ben Affleck." Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, bro, you gotta come in my skin to win."
Yeah.
You gotta come in my skin to win.
That's when you know the guy. That's when you know a rapper doesn't have very good lyrics or skills, when he's got to pull the white boy card.
Yeah, like, bro, come on, bro.
Come
on. Then I'm like,
this ain't the fucking.
And then I told the whole panel, because there was like, you seen how many dudes were on the panel?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so this next round, since this is a rap battle all of a sudden, you guys want me to rap gangster killer shit, right? Because I could do that since I'm the only one with a body.
Yeah.
And all y'all are phonies.
Yeah.
Like, all y'all are fugazi, all y'all act gangster, y'all ain't shot shit. But yeah, I'll rap gangster for this round. And I smoked him on that round.
Oh yeah. Like, dude,
is this a joke?
Like 5 minutes straight.
And I don't like rapping about shit like that. I feel like a weirdo.
No, you weren't. You were talking about your poetry stuff for like 5 minutes straight, a poem. You weren't even talking about the guy. I remember.
Yeah.
You were rapping about your poetry.
But I'm gonna come out with a mixtape though.
Yeah. Yo, have you ever heard my song Institutionalized Convict?
No, send me the link in the DM.
Okay.
So I can watch that shit.
You're probably one of the only people that would actually understand the lyrics of it, because it's all about me being in jail and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I had to make the beat on my own because I don't know how to make beats. So it took me like a month to try to teach myself on this free version of FL Keys. So the beat is shit. So I already know the beat's shit, but the lyrics is what I want you to hear. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm a poet, so that's the main thing I pay attention to is lyrics.
Like the beat I have to change. I can get another beat anytime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I appreciate you having me on your show, bro. Anytime you want me to come back on, I'll come back on.
Okay.
Like, it's cool chopping it up with you. You're not too many dudes are real on here.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
A lot of dudes try to act like they're someone they're not, and like I could tell I know how to read people. I grew up in prison. First 5 minutes talking to you, I knew you were real, and like.
And I don't like it when people try, like, they see this side of me, the nice version of me, and then they think it's like trying to take my kindness for weakness. Don't you hate
that? Dude, I hate that too.
It's like, dude, I don't have to be a killer. You don't want to see that side of me. Trust me. You don't want me to pull out a bat and hit you.
Yeah, and none of that's cool, bro.
No.
Ain't none of that cool.
No, we're too old for that shit, bro. We spend our whole lives in there, man. That's what these people don't understand. We're trying to make it different so these young guys don't go in there. And then you got these trolls that don't know what our mission is, and they just...
Yep, just talk shit. Like, I don't want any young kids my age. When I went to prison, I don't want anyone to go through what I went through.
Like I got a
I don't-
troll on my channel now, constantly, nonstop. I know you're a gang member. Tell what gang are you in? I know you're in a gang. Blah, blah, blah.
Bro,
Like,
this is what I do. Straight up.
like, you know?
You know you got loyal subscribers that watch you religiously, right?
Yeah,
Give them a
handful of them.
fucking wrench.
I did. After I seen you give out all those wrenches, I went back and gave 2 of the guys that always watched.
Yeah. Give them a wrench. Anytime a troll comes on, get them the fuck out of here. Because sometimes you can't see because you're talking. So you're
Or
not
you
paying
feel too
attention.
prideful to kick him out. You're like, oh, should I kick him out? Shouldn't I?
Oh, me? I don't give a fuck. I tell them straight up, yo, you going to the bathroom.
But hey, you're still a view though.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck.
It's
about
like they hate us. You hate me so much and you hate us so much, but why are you still here commenting on my fucking shit?
Dude, I comment everyone that. I'm like, listen, on some real shit, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you watch every episode that I do.
How can you act like
You
you hate me?
comment multiple times on every episode. If you don't like my stuff, you really need to stop watching it. This is not healthy for
If they
you.
don't like it, you got a serious issue. Why do you keep watching it? Well, there's a million other things to watch. If you don't like it,
Yeah, watch something else, dude. Like, and I'm at the point finally where I don't give a fuck anymore. It feels so good.
nice.
Like people troll, and I'll be like, yeah, I suck too. Yeah, I know I suck, dude.
Yeah, I noticed that you
Yeah, like I
noticed
just
that your
fuck with
videos
the
lately-
back.
Yeah, I noticed lately that you've been like that. I noticed
You
it.
know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. Like when I first started doing this, Death and Jay Williams,
I'm not gonna
were
lie,
on my-
I said the other day.
they were on my top because like somebody would troll me, I'd find out where they were, and I'd pop up right at their, where they're at. And they'd be like, yo, yeah, it's nothing like that, dude. It's nothing like that. Like, and I had a couple close calls where I almost got in trouble. So I realized it's not worth it.
This is for if anyone comes in my house. This is what I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
We can't
Don't.
have guns in Canada.
You get bonked in the head.
We're not allowed to have guns here in Canada to protect ourselves. So unfortunately, I have to resort to this.
Dude, real shit. I wish so bad our country would go to that.
Yeah. Well, only the criminals are allowed to have them
Ha!
here. Fuck. Think
Just
about it.
because it would separate the weak from the strong. Because,
Yeah.
dude, when you're knife battling is so much personal and so much more
Well, yeah, you
adrenaline
don't have a gun
filled
in
than
there.
shooting.
That's the thing. Guns fucking don't exist in there.
Yeah. Guns don't exist in prison.
Honestly,
And that's where you're going.
and honestly, a lot of times I've seen fights where the guy has a shank in his hand and the other guy's got real good hands, and the guy ends up hitting him so hard that the guy drops the shank. Right?
Yeah. And then he's done.
Right.
Dude, there's so many times that I thought for sure, like this dude's, no, it's good. Thought for sure, like this dude's done. This dude's getting demolished. And it didn't end up like that. You never know, man.
No. No.
Yeah, you never know. So when you gonna have me back on your show, bro?
Anytime you want, man. If you want to wrap it up, that's cool. I know you gotta go do stuff and everything like that. We had a good talk on here, man. This was more like it was less like an interview. It was more like just shooting the shit, you know?
That's what I like,
It's pretty
dude.
good. It was nice and chill for you, right?
Yeah, that's why, like, dude, I tell Dad, I tell everyone.
It was
that
my
I
first
interview.
interview, you know? I didn't want to be down your throat every minute asking you a question like, and did you do this? And did you do
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I feel you, dude.
I tried, man.
Fun, bro.
I tried, bro.
Fun.
I tried, man, but I don't know. I got it my first time, you know.
Next time, ask me whatever you want, bro.
Well, I pretty much did.
If I can't answer shit, I'll tell you.
No, I asked you pretty much everything. Oh, the one thing I didn't ask you was why and how, or how and why did you want to start that Broken Misfits thing?
So I ended up losing my whole family. Like, I fucking, get threats from the dude I killed's family, and they sued me in civil court, and they got money on my head.
Oh, shit.
When I first got out of prison, my whole family told me to go to Florida. So I went to Florida, I did all that. I relapsed, tried to kill myself. It wasn't working out. I needed to come back home. Came back home, got clean, fucking started an apprenticeship to learn home contracting, home remodeling. Started with a 6-month apprenticeship, ended up turning into a year. Was doing a bunch of odd jobs in between then. And then finally last week, someone on the crew, permanent person, retired. And they all came in agreement and asked me to be the new permanent.
Nice.
So I'm doing that.
When you quit that other job, remember you fucking had a big thing of hunters, like a huge squad of hunters like that, bro.
Yeah.
That job was fucking good money, man. But too bad that guy was an idiot.
He was a pedophile. And that to me is not worth the money.
No, of course not. That's what I mean. It's an unfortunate thing that guy's a piece of garbage, but damn you.
I would have loved if he wasn't a pedophile. I'd be up right now.
Maybe that's why he was fucking paying you so much.
Dude, like
weirdo or something.
I realized so much shit, and it's sad because
that was a lot to get paid for 1 week. That was a fucking huge wad of money you had, man. I was like, damn, I'll work fucking if you make that much a week. Like I get jobs, contracts. Like I'll get a little painting job to paint a house, or like go do like a little framing job, or like anything like little renovations. I don't like working for people. I try to find my own little jobs to do, you know?
See, we made all that money. That was only half.
Holy shit. Roofs pay good money too.
Me and him we did the roof.
Yeah.
We did the roof. We reframed everything for all his rooms that he wanted on the inside.
Okay, yeah. So you guys basically flipped a house. You flipped a house basically.
For him, yeah.
You got it ready to flip.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's why you got so
we did all the hard shit.
That makes sense then why you got so much then. It was more like a contract than getting paid by the hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I love jobs like that. I get jobs like that often, but the thing is I pay here I pay a lot of rent, so most of my money that I make from these jobs goes to keeping the roof over our head and the bills and shit, you know?
See, now I'm only making
like today's the first
80 to 100 a day.
Yeah, like today's the first. Today's rent again, another $13.50.
Yep.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Dude, it's always we have no idea when we're kids.
I gotta go I still gotta pull more money out and go give this to my landlord, bro. You see? Look, it says rent right on it. See?
Yep.
Fucking, and then I only get freaking a tiny little bit of my pay. Couple bucks for food, you know?
Dude, you're in the same boat as me.
Yep. But you know what? I'm happy though, because you know what? Like, fuck, it's better than the way I was. You know what I mean?
That's what I say all the time. Like,
when you said that the other day, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel, man. I was like, you know what? Yeah, the little things, just having the roof over my head and being able to do what I want and having my own place, and you know, just that alone is speaks volumes, you know. we're
You
wrapping.
gotta appreciate the things that you didn't have.
Right. Exactly. Okay, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, bro. And I'll definitely come back on.
Okay, man. For sure. You gotta have me on. You gotta have me on yours too one time.
As soon as I get my Apple ID fixed,
Okay.
I'm gonna start having
whenever you want, man.
interviews on my show.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I definitely got you locked in for that. That's my word.
Cool. Yep.
Awesome, bro.
We keep in touch on Instagram, brother.
Yep. Thank you for having me on.
No problem, man. It's a pleasure.
All right, bet.
All right, bro.